here we are, just approaching field 140. Get this contract going and fold it. Lovely rustic harrow, I suppose you want to call it, really. Just added the tyres on to add a bit of extra weight. Get this done lickety split. I think it's not a really very big field. Just hold on there, there's a call coming in. I think that's probably Beryl. Hello?
Hi Ben. How are things going?
Hello B. How are you doing?
I am doing well. Great to see the milk is starting to flow.
Yeah, that's good. I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, it's not huge amounts yet, but it's a start. So, I've got a plan that I want to run by you. I think it's possibly the way forward, but let me know what you think.
What's your scheme now?
Well, I was thinking, do we really need two properties at this point in the game? I mean, we've got the farm and we've got the top property, but I hardly spend any time there, and I think when you come down it'll be the same. So I'm thinking perhaps we should sell that, take the money we make there and build ourselves a little house at the bottom farm. Place to stay. We'll have it ready by the time you come through, especially if you're only going to be here in March. And yeah, I just think it's the way forward. A little bit of cash coming in and a home that is pretty much what we want, close to work, etc. What do you think?
That's actually not a bad idea. I was thinking we need to consolidate after the barn fiasco.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was thinking. Consolidate now, and then we can invest in more usable property as soon as we can afford it. Some more fields to grow, feed, etc. I sent a plan of the house that I was thinking about getting done. Hopefully you've got it. Have a look at it.
Just had a quick look at the plans for the farmhouse that you sent me. I love it. Please make sure there is enough room for Mac to run around.
Yeah, there's plenty of space for him at the back there, and he should have access to most of the farm. Just hope he doesn't get in the neighbour's yard too much. you know Max. In any case, is there anything else you wanted to bring up?
Do you have a plan for the kids once they are weaned?
Yeah, that's probably my winter project. I was thinking of putting a holding pen up for the kids. We don't have to have access to the parlour to milk them because obviously they won't be milking. And they can grow up in peace. We can just separate them off once they've weaned and see where it goes from there. We're not in a position at this point to buy a full barn for them, but hopefully by the time they've grown up we will be.
My dad said that he can help us out with a loan if needs be. I know you don't want to go down that route, but please bear that in mind.
He's a good man, your dad, and I definitely will bear it in mind, and I think we should keep that as a safety net at this point in time. I'm sure that we will I'm sure that we'll take up his offer at some point in time, but I think we must just be a little bit cautious about that, because we'll. It's basically part of his pension, really. I know he's got a fair amount stashed away as such, but yeah, I'll definitely keep it in mind, and of course we can discuss it as needs arise.
Well, I had better be going. Even though I am leaving this farm, I do not want to slack off too much. Bye.
Bye. Speak soon. Well, that's us finished on this field. Gave me a good opportunity to have a nice chat with Beryl, and yeah, she has forgiven me for the barn fiasco, as she calls it. Well, let's get back to the farm and go and get started on the sale of the top property. We need to get the house built, and there's still plenty to do. So it's just the back way back to the farm. I had leased the harrow, so I just had the store come and collect it, so I could just nip down the back roads back to the farm, nice and quick. Well, here we are, back at the farm, and I'm just going to put in a couple of roads here, just to get in and out of the area a little bit easier. So we've really got two accesses into the tip, as I call it now, in the event. Well, I've got the estate agents up at the top farm. I was going to head off up there now, and we've got a reasonable offer for the piece of land. Just need to go and sign off all the documents, and yeah, I'm a bit sad to see it go. I mean, that was where we intended to start off, but yeah, things change. Well, here we are. It's probably the last time we'll drive up this drive for a while. It's been a nice little temporary abode. Right, so that's that little piece done. I'll get it sold. 40 odd grand, 43 grand. And we'll get back down to the farm. Head on down the driveway for one last time. Yeah, I suppose this farm could have worked. I just like the extra buildings on the bottom one. And of course this one with the two pieces of land split by the road. Just a little bit more difficult to manage. Not that the piece of land we're on is the easiest to manage, but I think it's a little bit easier in this one. In any case, we'll see you once we get back down to the farm. And lo and behold, here we are. Let's get everything closed up, and then we'll head on and I'll show you where we're going to build the house, and we'll get it done. We're going to do it at the back of these barns. It's quite a bit of area. It's not the flattest in the world, so we'll build a house there and just put a pathway in, so we'll still park all the vehicles up front and we'll just walk up to the house as and when needed. Let's get it sorted there. And as you see, there's quite a bit of space around here. So Max, oh by the way, Max is our dog. I'm hoping that he'll come down with the next lot of stuff that Beryl sends down to the farm. Just get them to position it right. Yeah, it's a nice little up and down farmhouse. We always traditionally have entered by the back door, so I've got the house facing towards the road. There's quite a bit of space in front there. We'll worry about beautifying the house area at about a later stage. Just put in some access tracks. Just pave a way through from the front here. I think for the time being this will be where we park our vehicles. So I think we'll just hug the contours of the buildings to get to the farmhouse. See it peeking up at the back there. It was very unlevel. I was hoping to put a road in, but it's not really necessary. Or a driveway, should I say, rather than a road to drive up to the house. But we don't need to have the vehicle right in front of the house. Nothing wrong with a little stroll around the barns to get to the landy. I just put some gravel down just so that it's not quite as muddy, because we know this is going to get pretty muddy in the winter. Yeah, it's about where we should get it done. Yep, let's get us done. Yeah, so once we've got this done, I think that'll be pretty much what we need to do for this month. Next month I'll start working on the area for putting the kids into, so that they can grow up nice and quickly. Obviously, as soon as we can get them weaned, it'll be better for our milk supply. So we don't like them to take them off their mothers until they're ready. And more often than not, it's the mothers let us know when they're ready. You can start seeing them kicking away their kids. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure because I've got, how that's going to work out, but I'll work that out next month. I want it's got to all be ready by the time the kids are born, of course. Yeah, we normally wean them off after about 6 weeks or so. We do like to give them as much time with their mothers as they would normally have. I suppose, realistic speaking, it's probably a little bit less, because we have to balance our needs of getting milk production up to scratch as well, of course. But yeah, we don't like to just take them off and bottle feed them straight away. Let them have a bit of a natural life to start off with. I did want to actually completely free range the goats, but because we're so close to the town, the authorities put a bit of a kibosh on that. I think they were not wondering, but worried, I suppose, about goats escaping, which, to be honest, is a fairly natural thing. And it's probably a good thing, because goats won't take long to destroy a person's garden if they get into it. And that's speaking from experience, of course. Yeah. Well, that's it, just about done. Not quite sure we'll put Max's kennel. But it's probably close to the house. Well, I think that's where we're going to end this episode. So, thank you so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, as usual, please like and subscribe. And we'll catch you in the next episode. Cheerio.